Hello, Charlie. This is Dimitris calling from Chicago and Metalkaoz. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm great. I'm waiting for the new record from Paradox, which will be released next month, and I'm really happy with the result.
That's a great band, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's the best time when you did when the work is done, and then you just have to wait, and you did a good album. So yeah.
So this is also celebrating the band's 44 years, although in the beginning it was under different name, correct?
That's right. That's correct. We started in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
I started together with Axel Blaha,
Mm.
who died in 2023.
Uh,
We started together under the banner of Overkill.
Sounds familiar.
And then in 83, we called us Maniac. In 84, we called us Warhead.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Later on, we're a Belgian metal band called Warhead as well. And then we wrote a song in 1985, which called Paradox. I don't know from where the name came, but we wanted to choose a final band name.
Absolutely.
And I said, "Hey, we have a song, sounds great, and the story behind is great. Nobody knows really what's behind Paradox.
It's a
And
paradox.
it's one word. Well, yeah, it's a paradox, and it's one word you can shout. So it sounded good to us, and then we called us Paradox from February 1986. Yes, yes.
Wow.
And short after, we recorded the demo tape. But this demo tape was not recorded for some magazines or to going out, put the music out in the world. Um, we record we recorded it with two microphones in our rehearsal room live, just to listen to our own songs. That we have a cassette recorder. We had a cassette recorder and
Yes.
put in the cassette to listen to our songs. And then there was a guy who made some concerts around in our area, a promoter who did some concert, and he said to me, "Hey Charlie, can you give me this demo to listen and stuff?" And I say, "Well, no problem." And he sent it to Rock Hard magazine, Metal Hammer magazine, the biggest magazines in Germany. And from overnight it was an overnight thing because I guess it took 2 weeks. The magazines came out, best demo in Germany since years and stuff like that. And we thought we are in the wrong movie or something like that. And then we had to go on. We had no time anymore to
Oh, yeah.
just to rehearse a little bit, to do our hobby and play a little bit around, because we get offers from record labels. This I meant with when I mentioned overnight sensation, because we get calls from one of the biggest metal labels at that time, Roadrunner Records. And all our favorites were on Roadrunner Records, were released by Roadrunner Records. And we said, "What?" And 1 hour later, the next label called me up. It was a bigger label. It was a very big label in Germany and in the whole world. It's called Teldec, but now it's, I guess, in Universe or something like that. And but we decided for Roadrunner Records, and then we recorded our first album in 1987. Yes.
I love that you remembered specific dates. I cannot even remember what I ate yesterday. but, but seriously now, as you talk about the early days, how does it feel? Do you feel satisfied with what Paradox have achieved? Are you okay with everything you guys did and you are doing now?
Okay, if that health, if I don't have these health issues or lineup changes,
Mm.
then Paradox would be on a totally different step. Yes, but I'm so satisfied with everything because I can do my music, I can put my music out in the whole world, And if you have one guy who say to you, your album is my favorite album of all time, then, and I get this with Heresy a lot, and then you reached everything. You can't pay this with millions of dollars.
Mhm.
This is what people are writing to me, compliments, and that they grew up with the music of Paradox. This means so much to me, and this is yeah. When I look back, 44 years, if you would say in 1989 that I would still be here making music,
Yes.
I would say this is a joke, you know. This is not possible. This is just not possible. But it was possible, and it is. You see now a new album is coming out. It's the ninth one, and yeah. When I look back, I'm happy.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
because I reached everything. It was a childhood dream
correct.
to be one time on a stage, not to release records or full-time records, not just a song.
Mhm.
And then not in Germany or in Europe, no, in the whole world.
World.
And this is the yeah, the biggest thing you can reach as a
Yeah.
musician, as a composer, you know, and that makes fun. And I don't need some money for it. It's passion. It's just passion. Is I like to do it. I like putting on my guitar, playing some riffs, you know.
Yeah, you look excited, and I love it. So this is the first album through High Roller Records, correct?
That's correct. Yes, we had a label change.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was waiting for the release of Mysterium last summer.
Oh.
So the album is 1 year old. But then I get a message from AFM Records that they don't want to put out physical products in the future, not many, and we should be released by Massacre Records. Okay, Massacre Records were also a good label, great label, yeah. But they also were affected by the same business shit what's going on behind
Mm.
publishers and stuff, and so we were in a waiting circle with our album, and I've got messages from several bands from Canada and Germany. Hey Charlie, do you know what's going on? We did an album, it's finished, and we put the master tapes to the record label, but we get no answer and we have to wait. So I waited till March this year,
Oh,
25.
wow.
And then I said, I want a termination agreement because I want leave. I want search myself for a new record label, but I had some offers on my table,
Mm.
and that was I'm happy for. And one of that labels were High Roller Records, and they gave me a great offer. And I made the right decision. I've got the termination agreement from AFM, and they were free, and so I could sign on High Roller Records. And they are old school. They work with
Yes.
passion. They work for the bands, and the communication is absolutely perfect. If I have a question, they got to answer on the same day. So it's like a friendship in a short time, in a very short time. Yeah. So I'm totally satisfied right now with the label, with the new label. And it took not long time when they gave me a release date, and I said, "Yeah, yeah, now the album will be out." Okay, it takes a long time till September when I got the message, but now it's just a few weeks, and then everything is.
And they are doing a great job with vinyl releases. So do you
Yeah,
see Paradox re-releasing older material through High Roller Records?
no, it's just about this album.
Okay, okay.
So right now I did just I said before that I just sign contracts with one album, no
Ah,
option.
okay. Okay.
If I do another album, then we must do another contract, a new contract with new conditions.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, I can advise it to every band, you know.
Although I cannot believe that you have not been working on new music since you have been waiting for 1 year to release this album, right? You have been
Uh,
writing music, so but anyways.
I did the interview in Australia this week, and I said, my fingers are itchy.
Of course.
Yeah, I have mood to write some
Mm.
songs, new songs, but uh, it should be the last record, the next record, the last record, physical record of Paradox. It should not be the end because I'm always be able to write songs and put it out. Then single songs after the next album. But with 10 albums, this is a yeah. I said everything. I don't want copy myself. Just to have one record more.
So
And
hold
when
on, hold on. Is this you have decided already that the next album will the final physical album, as you said, or
this
there's
that's the plan now, what I'm
okay,
thinking
okay,
about.
okay,
So it's not confirmed.
okay,
It's just brainstorming.
okay.
Yeah, that if I reach 10 records, that's wow. Yeah. What do you want to say more with 10 records? And of course I'm 62. I'm feeling good, but um, I have also other hobbies and private um,
Sure,
things what
sure,
I
sure.
like, you know. But I'm always a metalhead, and if you are a musician, you can't stop forever. Then you are not a real musician if you stop, you
Yes,
know. I will do music till I die. That's my that's my passion, that's my life, and that's not my job. This is very important.
of course it is. Of
Uh,
course it is.
if it would be my job, I would always be worry about the quality of Paradox. And if you listen to all albums, to the past five, six albums, it's just one level.
Hmm.
It's just one level. You can change the songs from one album to the next. It's all it's Paradox. It
Hmm.
sounds like Paradox. No, not big experiments because I want to be honest to the Paradox style, no style breakings, suddenly different music because I want to try something else. Then could do a solo album. Maybe
Right.
I do this. Maybe I do this, but it would be metal, of course,
Of
because
course.
I'm totally in metal. I listen a lot music, a lot metal, and yeah, I want always be I want to always know what's going on right now in the scene. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so let's go back to the latest album, to Mysterium, right?
Mysterium.
Because we
Yeah.
started talking about the next one and it felt weird.
Yeah, yeah.
You have some melodies there, some keyboard melodies that sound a little bit sad. Um, I can call the title track. You have also of course, you have Grief, right? Because you dedicate that to Axel.
Absolutely.
Um, so, what was the feeling behind this? Why this sadness comes off from this album? Unless it's my only my ears.
Mm, I always wanted to put more atmosphere in the songs.
Mm-hmm.
That you have after two fast songs, when grief comes, you can take a breath from the past two songs, you know. And I want build up an atmosphere around a riff. That's why I don't just play the rhythm guitars. I want make modify the the riff with melody lines behind, yeah, twin guitars or something else or keyboards or yeah, that you have more to hear. If you put it on the headphones, you have more to hear. But the basic is old school. If you put out all these melodies and you just listen to the rhythm guitar of that album, then you it's totally old school.
Oh yeah, I
There
was
are
not.
heresy riffs on it. There are some kind of heresy riffs on it. A lot stuff like that on it.
I wasn't saying that it's not old school. I was saying that those melodies, sometimes you feel that kind of darkness. I will say, not sadness.
Yeah, and that's the next point from your question. I like this melancholic
Mm,
stuff.
there you
I
go.
like everything what's it's a bit mystic and dark. That's why I also like horror movies and stuff, or when I play PlayStation games, some horror games or dark things, fantasy stories and stuff like that. And yeah, I want to put this in the music, but not to change the paradox style, the typical paradox style, which developed in that year. So
You had Achim. You worked again for the lyrics. He wrote the lyrics, right?
Daxx, yes.
So how, because you wrote everything, so how did you write the vocal melodies? Did you have the lyrics in front of you, or how did this work?
Oh, okay. First, I start writing the song in an instrumental version.
Okay.
And then I made a guide for Daxx, a vocal guide, where I just speak which sounds English, but it's not English. Blah, 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 rah, rah, rah. You know what I mean? And then, I sent to Daxx that he know exactly where are the words on that song and how long are the words that song. And I gave him the title and what's all about the story.
Okay.
So I made it to him as easy as possible.
Well,
And then
it can be difficult, right? Too.
yeah, he just write the words, but he write it so good that I have nothing to say when I get it back.
Wow.
And I have time for my vocal melody lines then. I look to the lyric and I say, how could I sing this? And I put on the music and just speak to the words, to the right words then when I get it back. And then I start working on the lines, on the melody lines. But sometimes the chorus I had in my head before, and I know on that song I want to have one word, colad, so like that.
So the concept is yours for the lyrics, right?
Yes, but Dax also gave me ideas or said, could I write it like this? Because I meant it a little bit different and I let him work with his style. I didn't change anything. I didn't change one word. I said, that's your style. And everything what I get from you is perfect. I don't know how you do that, but everything what you do is to me for my vocals perfect.
So
Yeah.
what
Maybe
about the
maybe
things?
because we are German, and maybe some grammar are not perfect, but this is that you have the space of art, the space in the art what you're doing.
Yes, yeah.
So this is Duck style, and nobody write like him the words, and that's unique.
So you had the ideas behind the songs, though, right? Because you have, as you said, the Kolat is about the Dyatlov Pass, whatever.
Yatlov Pass
Yeah,
in Ural, Russia.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sat down and looked and researched stories, mystic stories, or
Oh,
unsolved cases, unsolved mysteries, and I saw this case from the Dyatlov Pass, what happens in 1959, and I said, "Wow, that's interesting." And I spent so much time to watch everything. And I said, "Hey, why I shouldn't write music
of
for
course.
that stories?" Then you have a double entertainment. You have the album to listen, and
The
maybe
story.
a story to research.
Mhm.
And then you spend more time with everything what has to do with that album.
And you have another song that is kind of connected with Russia, right? You have not song, you have the
This is
instrumental
Tunguska.
Tunguska, right?
Yeah.
So I love. I hope not. I hope. So was it aliens?
I don't know
Oh,
because at that time no. At that time, nobody knew how could happen such an explosion.
right.
Yeah. So, but I have also, yeah, with, I would say it could be a comet, a
Mm-hmm.
meteor, but they didn't found any material of.
Yes.
So, what could happen? Nobody knows. At that time, no atomic bombs are existed. So,
So
2000.
the people who like these stories, we like to say it was a UFO. So there you go.
A UFO.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
aliens.
the same. Nobody ever saw a god. The same question, what's going on? Nobody saw ever a god, but it exists in us. So so maybe aliens were there. I don't
There you
know.
go.
Yeah, but it's interesting. It was interesting to watch, and I said, I want to have a short track. I make a short track out of it,
Oh,
and
so
just
you had the theme in your mind and you wrote the music for that?
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought it came afterwards.
Oh, maybe I understood wrong the question before, but yeah, I had this in my mind, but I said it should be just a short thing,
Okay.
like an intro for Fragrance of Violence, because that's the next song what's on
Yes.
the album.
Yes.
And then, but I also have American topics with Alfred Packer, the man eater from Colorado in 80, 73 and 74 on. Yeah, heavy story. If he really ate them, the victims, I don't know. I don't know. But he was he's getting sentenced to death, and then he came out, and then he gets sentenced to many years, but then later on he get out and he died a few years later. So no, normally nobody comes out of a prison when he ate five people.
Uh, um, what about the cover artwork? What direction did you give to Travis?
How I get to Travis? Travis Smith worked on Heresy 2 as well.
No, no.
And
My question is, what input did you give him for the cover?
oh, I gave him all ideas. I because it says all about the title track of the album
Mm,
Mysterium. A sleepwalking woman walks in her dream in this light you see in the middle in the front, and walks in the dream but doesn't know what happens next, because dream interpretation is, like I said, nobody will find out what this means and why. And is it what you lived before and then you work it out in the dreams, or I don't know. So it's a mystic topic, and I liked it. And I said, oh, this is great for a title track. And I sent it to Travis, and I gave him all the ideas. And Travis worked it out very good,
yeah. Yes.
really
Absolutely.
good. Yeah, it's like in a horror movie, something like that. So yeah, I like it very much, and it's easy to work with Travis. It's not easy to get him, but so because you have to first to call a management, and then but he's so kind guy, and he give you ideas. Could I do it like this? Do you want it like this? He works also for the band, and till the artist is satisfied with everything.
So you wrote, you recorded everything, you played everything, all the instruments.
Yeah, that was not planned. It's not because of my ego. Um,
I
I
didn't say that.
recorded.
I didn't say that.
No, but maybe some people thought about or think about, yeah.
Sure.
So it's just this time on that record was the first time when I recorded the bass after the rhythm guitars and to have a better sound for myself.
Mhm.
And I recorded it very good because I want everything I want to have perfect. So I sent it to Olli Keller, who recorded 4 Paradox album with us, and he should record the bass. But he said, "Hey Charlie, this bass is so great, let it on the tape." I couldn't play it better. So okay, then I played, and then that's why I'm the bass player on that album. With Axel, it was different because he was mentally not capable anymore to play the drums. He bade me to program the drums as he would play or he would like to play the drums, but he couldn't play that anymore. But I don't
Mm.
wanted to hire another drummer, a stranger. Yeah, Axel was my best friend as well. And he said to me, "You can do it. You did it before, and please do it for me." And then I did it. And then the other thing was the lead guitars. I have to replace Christian Münzner. This was also not planned. I was waiting a long time till he get in touch, back in touch with me because yeah, he were on US tour with I guess with Obscura, and I waited for him, and he said, yeah, he get back when we come back from the US, he get back to me. And nothing came, and then Ollie said to me, "Hey Charlie, do you want to wait? You recorded everything. You can play such solos." And I said, "No, I can't replace a Christian Münzner.
Mm.
This is a great guitar player. I can try, but you know." And then Christian called me up when Axel died, and I said, and he said, "Sorry, I'm busy because he has several projects." And then I said, okay, if you start now, it's not too late. Yeah. But then I waited further
Mm.
months and I was fed up with that, you know. And then I tried to record the solos by myself. And the result is overwhelming. I didn't knew that I'm be able for to record such killer solos. They bite, you know, they are in your face. They are I, I can't say better or not better. Yeah, Christian Münzner, no question about, did great jobs on Heresy 2 and on Pangea. So no bad words. It's just I waited too long and I wanted to finish my product.
Of course, of course. At least something good happened with all this delay, right? Now Charlie can play lead guitar too.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
why did you leave the mastering to Patrick Engel? I mean, you did everything at this point.
Yeah, but you need some ears from outside, some
Mm.
professional ears from outside. He told me if I made everything right with my mix, yeah, frequencies and stuff like this, you know, EQs and so, and I want that he hear the album and make some, yeah, make the final
Adjustments, yeah.
sound
Hmm.
and that he do the final sound. And if he gives me the okay that my mix was good, then he should do the mastering. And he did it, and he did it also. He didn't put the record too loud.
Hmm.
You hear every instrument. If you put on the headphones, you hear every instrument because it's not too loud. Like nowadays, everybody try to getting louder and louder and louder, and you know the dynamic loses.
Yes.
That if you do it too loud, then you can put your stereo amp louder if it's
Well, I think they at some point they did the mastering and the mixing for the headphones only for smartphones, all this stuff.
yes,
This
yes,
kind of destroyed the production of an album.
yes.
Speaking of hearing everything, what instrument do you play in the Grief? Is this only clean guitar or something else?
Okay, this is very less loud keyboard
Ah,
in
okay.
behind, yes. but this is all played just guitar. Just just a second. This guitar.
Well, your background kind of destroys
That's an acoustic guitar. And some people said to me, it sounds a little bit Greek.
Yes, yes.
You know, yeah.
Where I was going to be honest.
Yeah. It sounds a little bit okay. I have a connection to Greece. Friends in Greece. I had a girlfriend from Greece, and we made concerts in Athens, and it was so great. The fans in Greece are wow, just wow. Nothing else to say.
Well, yeah.
As they
Oh, yeah.
celebrated Paradox, they celebrated Paradox. It was so good show. Yeah, 2 times we were in Athens. And and I have some friends.
You have one more friend here in Chicago, and that's me. Please consider me your friend.
Yeah, of course.
So, since you are wearing a T-shirt that says Illinois, is there any chance we will see Paradox here in Illinois?
Oh. If you get an offer.
Oh, okay. So
if you get an offer.
So you will be playing live with this album?
Not really tours. Not really tours. But special shows I can close it out.
Of course.
I don't plan anything because you need a band for playing live. You need a rehearsal room for that. But I can't close out that I never will play a show live. Because maybe I think about a real big final show. But it depends on the offer, what we get,
right.
You know. I also wanted to play 70,000 tons of metal, but we get never a call. So if we get no.
There are a couple of festivals here in the US that I can see.
Yeah, we were booked on the Prog Power in Atlanta, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
But then we had a lineup change and we must cancel. You can't cancel Prog Power USA, you know.
Oh, well, no. As I said, there are a couple of festivals. I will not name names right now, but I'm sure we can get Paradox here. Charlie, thank you very much. I have one last question. Is Exor Christ still active?
No, but I talked to Daxx. Please let us do some songs. You are able. You are an old school guy. So he could do it. But yeah. He said, "No, I'm now I have a child, and but maybe I force him."
Yeah, why not? Why not? We can have Exor Christ open for Paradox, right?
Exor Christ. I like the songs on that record.
Of course.
Yeah.
Charlie, appreciated your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your support.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Love the new album, and let's talk again or see each other. I hope sometime we'll see again Paradox live in any side of the Atlantic, in Germany or in the US. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Cheers.